So I am at Michael's, you can see right there, and I am gonna go shopping as if I was a beginner artist or someone who just wanted to get into painting but wanted to do it on a budget. So some of you have asked what kind of materials you should get if you are just starting out with watercolor. So I'm gonna go and take you guys shopping with me in Michael's so you can see what materials I would use if I was just starting out. So here we go. Alright, so first up we are going to get some watercolors. I highly recommend using the tubes of watercolor as opposed to just the little palettes or pans of watercolor. It's easier to just mix colors, and I just feel like the vibrancy of the colors is much better with the tubes of paint. So this is a 36 pack and it came with some metallic watercolors, which is pretty cool, and this one was $15.99. The 24 pack was $11.99, and this is also a great deal. It also came with the metallics. But we are shopping on a budget, so I found a dozen watercolor tubes for $5.99. This is a great deal, and this brand is okay. It's the perfect one to start out with, and if you really like watercolors and you're enjoying it, you can always upgrade to this brand, which I use, and it is Winsor & Newton, and this pack I believe was around 20 bucks, so not too bad, but if you wanted to invest a little bit more, I would highly recommend that brand. You can also just buy colors individually, so if you want to buy kind of a basic pack of watercolor tubes but you want to try out maybe and see the difference with maybe a more expensive brand, maybe invest in just one of these and see if you can tell the difference. They range from $5 a piece up to $10. But today we are going to go with the 12 pack for $5.99. Next up is our watercolor brushes, and if you are on a budget, just the basic cheaper brushes will totally work when you are first starting out. I'm going to get this pack that actually has a few different styles of brushes, so if I wanted to do some like kind of petals for flowers and some kind of details, this pack looks like it'll be kind of fun. You can also buy brushes individually, so if you want to invest in one really good brush, I recommend Princeton, the Aqua Elite brand. I really like those brushes. That's pretty much the brushes that I use. Yes, there are more expensive ones and nicer ones, but these I think are great. So if you wanted to upgrade a little bit, I would recommend that brand. Next up is our palette, and they were out of the 99-cent ones, but this one was only $1.99, and it came with a pack of 6, so that's actually a really great deal. It's perfect for beginners. You might want to get a bigger one to kind of mix colors a little bit better when you get a little bit more invested, but this one works perfectly fine. All right, and lastly, I would definitely recommend investing in an actual watercoloring pad of paper. If you use just regular paper, it's going to kind of bubble up because of the water and get kind of wavy. So I definitely would go with actual watercolor paper and a little bit thicker. This is 140-pound paper, and it's a little bit textured, and it's only $7.99. So great deal. All right, I am ready to check out and see the grand total. Of course, on the way out, I found this really cute picture, and I found this watercolor pack that actually was a pretty good deal. It was only around 30 bucks, and it comes with everything you would need to get started. So that's another option. So we got all of this for under $23, you guys. That's really good. So I hope that this encourages you if you've been wanting to start painting and are nervous about the cost, or you don't want it to cost too much. This shows you can do it for like 20 bucks, a little over 20 bucks, and these are the top 4 things that you need in order to get started. All of my videos that I have up on my YouTube channel involve just watercolor. Most of them are watercolor or pen and ink and pencil. So you really don't need that many supplies in order to do my art tutorials and
and my mindful art practices that are really good for your mental health. So I am going to be giving away this little pack. So head over to my Instagram and I will be giving this away to help one of you start out painting, to get you guys the supplies. But yeah, I mean, you can do it for under 23 bucks. So, which is pretty good. So I hope this is encouraging those of you who've reached out and want to know how to get started but don't want to spend too much. This is the way to go. I'll also have links at the bottom of this video in like the little bio part that will have links to supplies if you don't feel like going to Michael's or you don't have an art store nearby. A lot of this stuff can be found on Amazon, so I will link it below. There's obviously better brands and nicer materials out there, but if you were just starting or you work with kids or you're an educator and you want to just start bringing art into the classroom, or you're just a beginner artist and you don't want to invest a whole lot in materials, this is the way to go. Obviously, in my video, I had a few little tips if you wanted to kind of upgrade your materials. Some of the materials that I use as far as the brushes and the tubes of watercolor, that kind of stuff, you can kind of upgrade as you go. But these materials are a great kind of like starting base to kind of build off of. So I hope that was helpful. That was really fun having you guys come along with me. Let me know if we should do some more Michael's shopping days. I go to Michael's way too much. I love it. Thanks for coming along. I hope this was helpful. I've been getting a lot of questions and I've been saying I wanted to make this video, and so I finally did it. So I hope these materials will be helpful in starting your art journey. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop them below in the comments.